In this section, we will create Ramp2 templates. So we're going to go into ProjectWise and we're going to go into our job and open up the corridors file to start this one. Once inside the corridors file, we're going to go into the corridor modeling tasks and we're going to open up the ITL for this project. So we're going to go to the Create Template tool, and that's going to open up our template library, and if we had closed out of GEOPAK, we'll have to open up our ITL. So to do that, we'll go to File, Open, and that will be in our Osage J5P055 data folder, and there should be that J5P0555.itl that we created previously. So once we come in here, we've got the J5P0555 folder. We'll right click and do a new folder under that and name it Ramp2. Okay, so that's where we'll store all of our Ramp2 information. Next, we're going to right click on it and do a new template. And that new template, we're going to go ahead and name it Ramp2 as well. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set up our dynamic settings down here at the bottom. And we want a 0.1 and 0.1 for our steps. And then we're going to go ahead and apply affixes so we get a right and a left designation. To take a look at that, if you went up to Tools and went to Options, you would see what it's going to place, a left and a right. So I'll close that down. Alright, so then we're going to go out next and we're going to go into the Components, Pavement New, and we're going to look at the concrete pavement with shoulders. Okay, underneath there we got the A2 shoulders ag base. And I'm going to expand this just a little bit. We want the concrete pavement one lane with ag base option 3. So once I find that one, I'm going to left click and pull that out onto the screen. I'm going to right click while I'm dragging and click on reflect. And I'm just going to place that right at the origin point. Okay, if I fit view, it'll look really close to what we have in the book as far as vertical and horizontal. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is close up pavement new and I'm going to expand out shoulders. I'm going to look for asphalt adjacent to concrete pavement without curb. Okay, then the option that we want underneath there is the A2 shoulders. Asphalt option 3 with ag base, and we're going to drag that out and reflect it. Just like we did the other side, we're going to flip it or reflect it to the right side, and we're going to drop it off at the origin point. Okay, under end conditions, we're going to go to the fill slopes, and we're going to drag out that fill slope 6:1 for the left side, so we have to reflect it. And we're going to drop that off on the left side. And then we're going to do a combined 6:1 fill or 6:1 fore slope. Drag that out, and we want to reflect that on the right side. And we'll place that on the right edge of shoulder on the right side. Okay, as you can see, we need to adjust the slopes here, so I'm going to double click on the edge of pavement on the left side. Right now we're looking at a +2. We're going to make that a -2% and apply it. Okay, then we're going to close that down and you can kind of see the slope is correct. And we want to double check to make sure that these are set at vector offset. So I'm going to double click on the shoulder and open that up, look at vector offset, and make sure that it will go according to the slope of the pavement. So that slope of that pavement right there, that will maintain that slope all the way through. And we need to do the same thing for the right side. Double click and make sure it's vector offset, which it is not. It's setting at slope right now, so we need to change that to say vector offset. Okay, then we've got the parent points to deal with, so we're going to go ahead and pick the pick button. And we'll pick the origin point or the center line, and then the pick button for the edge of pavement on the left side, left concrete TEOP, and leave it at 0 and apply, and then whatever happens to that main concrete area will also happen to the shoulders as far as slope goes. If we test this, we can draw our active terrain, or we can check points. Let's check the points. It says there's no problem with that, so we don't need to do anything. And now we can come out here and draw what our terrain would look like. And it seems to work like it's supposed to. Okay, so we're going to save our template library. So we've got that saved. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide down here, and we're just going to kind of close things out, end conditions, components, and we're going to copy this Ramp2. So right click on the actual template Ramp2, copy, and then right click on Ramp2 folder and paste. And then we're going to change the name of this Ramp2, the Ramp21. We're going to change that out there to -no left shoulder. So for parts of this Ramp2, we're going to use exactly what you see on the right, and then for other parts where we don't want a left shoulder, where it butts up against Route 50, we're going to have no left shoulder. So we're going to double click on that no left shoulder. Make sure that it matches the name across the top, and that's the one you're working with. Okay, and we're going to go out and right click in the blank area and do a delete components. And so we want no left shoulder. So we're going to draw a line through that left shoulder and end condition and make that go away. So there's nothing on the left side, no shoulders. And then we're going to get rid of these 2 points on the left hand side on the outer edge. So we'll right click on the point and hit delete point, and also for the point below that, right click, delete point. Now we've got that flat vertical side. So we're going to save again our template library, and then we can close out of it. So those are the 2 templates that we have to use.